what's up, y'all? Welcome to the Top Flight Podcast. You know what it is. You know what we're here to do. Back on screen, beautiful Austin, Texas. Top Flight Podcast, episode 75. I'm your host, Hernan Gonzalez, or more commonly known around the Austin FC community or the Q2 stadium area as H. The homies, the nickname they gave me a long time ago, is starting to pick up. A lot of people come up to me and be like, hey, what's up, H? And it is what it is. I'm joined by the lads, two cousins that people, I guess you can say, I love and hate. It's Primo and Bali, ATX Bali. Starting off with you, mate. How you doing, bro?
Oh man, I'm buzzing. Top of the league. I'm happy. And I've been sipping all day. I got myself some strawberry lemonade right here with some
Pete Terry's Cup. Pete Terry's
yes
Cup.
sir, yes sir, some strawberry lemonade with some peña vaca.
Ooh,
That's what I've been sipping on.
relax, bro. Relax.
That's
Why
what
you
I've
gotta
been
call out Peña like that?
that's what I've been sipping on all day, and it's actually very tasty. You want some? You want
I'm
some?
good. I'm good.
Okay,
I'm
primo, you
good
want
on
some,
that.
primo? I know you want some, primo.
Primo, mate, how you doing? Real Madrid obviously lost the final. Bali is taking it out on you and Peña at the fullest. I
Yeah,
mean,
chill out, bro.
how do
Chill
you
out.
feel? I mean, he just
You
calling
gotta
you
chill
out.
out, bro. You gotta chill out with that. Nah, it was a real day, and I mean, it just it's a no. I mean, it's fine. They haven't won that trophy in like 5 years, something like that, so they can have it. But we got bigger trophies to go for. We got Champions League, La Liga, so I think we'll be fine. We'll be okay.
Yeah, we'll be fine. We'll be okay. We'll see. We'll see. I got the Real Madrid jacket on, as you can see. I also got a shirt that the Oak Collective sent me. They've got a lot of cool merch out there. Shout out to them. They gave me a little Verde Listo shirt. Now, before we get into the episode of the Top Flight Podcast, get into the Austin FC and the Real Madrid and Arsenal European banter, I got to send a shout out to Lupe, Guadalupe Realtor here in the Austin area. If you need to buy a home, sell a home in the Austin area, or just see what your options are when it comes to selling a home or buying a home here in Austin. I know a lot of people are moving to this area, but make sure to hit her up. Her information is in our Instagram bio. We're Austin TV. You can check that out. Also, make sure to give us a follow on social. Subscribe to the Top Flight Podcast. Tell your friends, tell your coworkers that are asking you about Q2 Stadium or your Austin FC love, I guess you can say. You can tell them to subscribe at Top Flight, and it'll be easy from there. Now, let's get into the show. We got to talk about a Austin FC 2 signing that just happened. Boom. Eric Lopez, welcome to Austin FC 2. Got some notes here from the Austin FC website. It says Lopez, 23, joins Austin FC 2 on a one-year deal through the end of the 2023 season with the club option for the 2024 season. He will participate with the Austin FC first team during the 2023 preseason. A native of Westminster, California, Lopez is a product of the LA Galaxy Academy. He began his professional career at age 15, becoming the youngest ever player to sign a professional USL contract when he joined LA Galaxy 2 in 2014. He went on to make 65 total appearances for LA Galaxy 2, including 21 during the 2022 season. He kept 5 clean sheets and made 68 saves in 2022. Bali, what are your first thoughts on this kid? I mean, he seems like a hard worker.
Yeah, I've been checking him out on social media. He seems like a good kid, humble guy. And I hope that he's hungry, man. I hope that he does great for us and Austin FC too. And I hopefully we see him in the first team. Why not? Maybe in a FA Cup game. But I'll be excited for him.
FA Cup or Open Cup?
Open Cup, Open Cup.
Open Cup, Open Cup. Hey, the European segment is
I'm
coming,
sorry,
mate.
I'm
It's
sorry, I'm
coming.
sorry, I'm sorry,
It's
I'm
coming.
sorry.
Hey, it's coming. It's coming. But yes, Eric Lopez, he is coming from the LA Galaxy Academy. I was looking him up, trying to find some articles on him, and really everything that I was finding on him was a lot of match reports, and they were all highlighting him a lot of the time, saying he made some key saves, keeping the team in the game. There was some that said he made 5 key saves in one match. So this guy is a baller. I'm very excited to see him in the Austin FC colors, even though it's the Austin FC 2 team. I know that that's going to be a bridge for a lot of young players, a lot of the young talent that we're going to see come in through those ranks. I'm very excited. He's also very tall. I mean, he stands at 6'2". A couple more notes that I got here from the Austin website. It says Lopez, who stands at 6'2", is a former U.S. men's national youth national team player. He was the youngest member of the U.S. U17 roster, which included Christian Pulisic, Tyler Adams, at the 2015 FIFA U17 World Cup in Chile. He made a total of 14 youth international appearances at various youth levels. Primo, going to get you in after this quote. This is from Sean Rubio, the director of personnel for Austin FC, who has been giving us the quotes now. Seems like Claudio Reina took a step back. He's been away from the press conferences, from the statements after everything that developed with Greg Berhalter, obviously. This is what he had to say on Eric Lopez. This is Director of Player Personnel, Sean Rubio. He goes, Eric is a highly skilled young goalkeeper with a past experience as a starter at the USL Championship level. We're excited to welcome him to Austin. Primo, what are your thoughts on Eric Lopez, real quick?
I think it's a great signing. It's a great addition to the second team squad, and so it's good to see these young talented goalkeepers come up, and I think the US and MLS has done that very good lately in these past recent years. Examples like David Ochoa and what's that guy?
Facts.
The guy that went to Chelsea. There's some good goalkeepers coming out of the MLS, and so hopefully this guy can be that and sneak his way into the first team. I feel like eventually we're gonna have to call up a young guy into the first team, and so why not be a goalkeeper? A lot of competitions also, so I see him getting minutes.
Yeah, definitely, Primo. You do make some really good points there. Now, I do want to mention the other signings that Austin FC 2 had made so far, the roster, I guess you can say. I want to start off with the coaches, Brett Utley. Also, the coaching staff, he has Jason Grubb and Denny Sanchez. They were announced January 4th. Some just quick details. This is on Denny Sanchez. He arrives in Austin after spending the 2022 season as first assistant coach of Charleston Battery in the USL. That's important because Charlie Asensio was on loan in that team last season. He did get a lot of minutes there, getting his PT. He racked up a lot of assists, multiple assists. Some really nice dime piece crosses that he was putting into the box. So that's going to be important in the future for our club and for the Austin FC 2 development for our team as well. Now, Jason Grubb, his part, he joins ATXFC II, having mostly recently worked as Houston Dynamo FC's head of academy goalkeeping and Houston Dynamo 2 goalkeeping coach. He also worked as goalkeeping coach for the U20 U.S. Men's National Youth National Team since 2021, where he helped the program win the CONCACAF Under-20 Championship in 2022. Also, we do have to mention Mr. Chicture, who we got recently from PSV and Feyenoord. We did a whole episode on him recently. And then it was Bobosi Biarwanga, the gentleman from Uganda, the FUFA, Uganda's best men's national player, or something like that. FUFA, you know what I mean, last year, I guess you can say. And also Bali's guy, David Rodriguez from San Luis Potosí, or he played there, I guess you can say. So we're definitely building quality in that team. We're building something for sure. It's not going to be, big and bad the first season, just like Austin FC. We're going to be building. And I'm very excited to see what they come up with and seasons to come. Boys, you want to add anything to what was just mentioned on the signings and the coaching staff? Bali, starting with you, mate.
I'm excited for these guys, man. Hopefully some of them, have a great impression on the team coaching, and they make that jump, man, to the first team, because we're in a lot of competitions this year, and we need everybody. Like the coaching, like Josh has been saying, we need everybody. And hopefully these guys show up and perform well for us.
100%, Bali. 100%. Josh Wolf said it. You said it right now. We need everybody. And that's from the staff, from the second level clubs. 100%. Primo, anything you want to add on the Austin FC 2 team, the coaching staff or players themselves?
It's just exciting to see, all these young players coming in and trying to make a name of it for themselves here at our team. And so, yeah, like Bali said, hopefully these guys sneak their way into the first team. I think they have some great coaches over there as well. And, I'm just excited to see them play. And until we find out, it might just be at the Performance Center. But, that just means more Austin FC games. If there's not an Austin FC game, go to an Austin FC 2 game. Check out those guys. And so I think it's going to be great.
100%, Primo, 100%. Now, let's go on to the next topic. Now, it is going to be a bit lengthy, I guess you can say. We got to talk about Mr. Adam Lundkvist, or Lundy, as I'm going to call him. But before I get into that, I do want to mention happy birthday to Austin FC, I guess you can say. It is a very historic day, January 15th. Austin FC announced on Instagram, they made a post about it. They said, hey, 4 years, and we're still growing. I mean, we're here to stay. Best team in Texas, I guess you can say. So, happy birthday to Austin FC, and happy holidays, I guess, if you celebrate, to all the Verde fans out there. Right, Bali? Anything you want to say to Austin FC? I mean, today is their birthday, mate.
And it's, man, dreams come true. dreams come true. It's crazy that we have a team here in my hometown. And even crazier that it's right behind where I used to live at. I used to live around that area my whole childhood. So it's special. It's very very special to have the Q2 by your neighborhood, by your hood. So I'm very very happy, very excited, and many years to come. Many years to come.
Q2, sorry, I had myself muted. Q2, not only is it close to where we used to live back in the day, bro. I mean, that stadium is where we used to play football back in the day. We used to play footy back in the day. We used to ride our bikes through there. I mean, we used to walk home from school through those areas. It was memories, countless memories. And now we have a soccer team there, and it's just absolutely incredible, mate. I'm so excited to see what Q2, pretty much background right there, what it turns into in a decade, in 15 years, in 20 years. So happy birthday to Austin FC. 4 years, we're still growing, we're still pushing. I'm very excited. Now, boys, let's get into a big signing, a big name signing, I guess you can say. Maybe some people will think otherwise, but 500K in GAM just isn't spent any other day in the MLS. So Austin FC announces the signing of Adam Lundkvist from the Houston Dynamo. Right here, I got some notes from the website themselves. It says the club announced today that the club agreed to a trade with Houston Dynamo FC. Austin acquired defender Adam Lundkvist, with Houston receiving 300K in 2023 general allocation money, which is that GAM, famous GAM, and 200,000 in 2024 GAM in exchange. So 300 this year, 200,000 next year for this guy from Houston. Is he that good? We'll see in the season to come. They go on to say Lundkvist joined Houston Dynamo in 2018, where he would go on to make 121 appearances and record 12 assists across 5 seasons. Prior to moving to Major League Soccer, Lundkvist spent 4 seasons with IF Elfsborg in his native Sweden. Why is that important? Well, because that's where Leo Väisänen is coming from, IF Elfsborg. He made 145 appearances in all competitions for IF Elfsborg, tallying 3 goals, 18 assists, and winning the Swedish Cup in 2014. Lundkvist represented the Sweden senior men's national team in a pair of international friendlies in 2016, earning an assist in a 3-0 victory over Finland. Though a Swedish citizen, Lundkvist holds a U.S. green card and therefore will not occupy an international designation on the Austin FC roster. Bali, your initial thoughts on Lundy? Go ahead, mate.
Lundkvist. I'm happy. What I noticed is whenever the announcement came out, a lot of Houston fans in the comments were upset and mad about him leaving Houston Dynamo. That's a good sign, because you could tell that the fans liked him and he was a hard worker. And I'm excited, man. What I've been hearing is that he might if people were asking, will he start in the left back position? I feel like if Gallagher is gonna be staying in the left back position, I don't think that he will be starting. But if Gallagher does make that switch to the right back position, then Lundkvist, he has no competition on the left back, because we know how Komanich has been playing. The kid has been poor for us, and Asensio might go to Austin FC too. So I think that if it all depends where Gallagher is going to start, but I think he'll stay on the left back position and he'll make it his, and they can compete. It'll be good competition for him. And anyways, we're in a lot of competitions, so there's going to be rotation for sure. So man, I'm excited. I'm happy for this guy to be here.
Yes, 100%. I guess the more depth, the better, Bali. I guess one can say. I do remember last season, a lot of fans were calling for the coaching staff to get the defense in check. I mean, we were signing a lot of attacking players, and we felt like if the defense was being neglected, and then Ruben left, and it just made things even harder. Now we signed Leo, we signed Lundy, Adam from Houston, and seems like things may be turning around for Austin FC. There is rumors that Gallagher might be moving to the right side, just like you said, Bali. And if that happens, I mean, it just really puts us in a good spot. We'll have Nick Lima, Hector Jimenez, John Gallagher available for the right back side. And on the left side, we will have, I mean, we'll see if it's going to be Zant. We'll see if it's going to be Adam Lundy. And we can't forget about Charlie Asensio. I mean, he went on loan last season. He did really good with the team he was with, Charleston Battery. I'm very excited to see what happens with Charlie Asensio. Like you mentioned, Bali, a lot of competitions are going to be happening this season. So minutes will be there for everybody. Some quick details on Lundy, Primo, before I get your take. It says pronunciation on his name. I can't believe I missed it in my notes. It says Lundkvist. Lundkvist, right there. There you have it. Position defender, height 5'9", born March 20th of 94. He's 28, from Sweden, and of course his nationality is Sweden. Now, Primo, what are your first thoughts on Lundy coming to Austin FC?
I think it's good. I mean, he's gonna add, like you guys have said, some depth. We're completely stacked in the defense, which is great because of all the competition going to be playing. So, if someone gets injured, it might not be too bad on the defense like it was, the first and second season. So, I feel pretty good in that. It seems like, I couldn't really find too much on this guy online as far as highlights. I think, he had an assist against us, and then I saw that he had like a goal line clearance. So that's all I could really find. But it seemed like this guy was really like a big like media guy. He was in a lot of I saw a lot of interviews. I saw a lot of like podcast features and stuff like that. So he was part of the likable guy in Houston, and so hopefully he brings that good attitude over here to Austin. And I mean, I have no doubt that he's a decent player. So we'll see who gets to start there.
Yeah, and actually one of his assists that you were mentioning, Primo, it was versus us, right? I mean, it was a really good pass that he set himself up and put it in. Houston got that score, so he knows what it's like to score versus Austin. I'm sure he's going to be a great addition to our defensive struggles that we've had in the past 2 seasons. Definitely they've been there. It's been no secret. And he's a guy that's going to come into this team and he's going to add more security. He's going to add more depth. And Gallagher, we were touching up on him. The beauty of John Gallagher is that we're going to be able to use him in multiple places. I mean, he can be used in the right defense, in the left defense, and let's not forget his attacking qualities. He's going to bring that also. He could be used at right wing, maybe as forward. We'll see. John Gallagher is really a Austin FC player because, I mean, remember whenever we were making those signings in the first season, we were getting a lot of guys that could play in multiple spots. Another one of those guys is Hector. Hector can bring you stuff in the right back role, but he can also push up midfield. I mean, that's in his locker, in his pocket, I guess you can say. And I'm very excited for the future for Austin FC. I mean, we're building depth, like I said, and it's going to be great. It's going to be really good. Some other things that we can note on Mr. Lundkvist, he made some national team appearances for Sweden. So we're getting a lot of talent like that, a lot of international players, and that's very, very exciting for Austin FC. Let's move on to another topic of the Verde community interest, which is the squad number changes. Something went on in the Austin FC team. Some players moved numbers. They changed numbers. You saw Drusi Dior change his. You see right there, he's now number 10. Rigoni also dropped from 77. He dropped one of those sevens because now he's just 1-7. He's number 7. We also saw the new guys come in, and they got their numbers, right? But real quick, I'm going to note off the ones that some of y'all might have missed. Kip Keller, number 4. Rigoni, like I mentioned, number 7. Zardy's incoming new player. He got that number 9. Very interesting. That's a big, important role. See if he can fill in those shoes. Whenever you got the 9 on your back, people expect what? They expect goals. And that's just the way soccer works, y'all. All right. Sebastian Drusi, as previously mentioned, right there, you can see it, number 10. And we got some new ones as well. Lel Väisänen, incoming, number 15. CJ Fodry, number 19. He said recently that he was hoping for number 7, but it was not available. I mean, come on, bro. Of course they're not going to give it to you, mate. What are you thinking? Matt Bersano with number 20. Adam Lundy, 21. Very interesting right there, 21. Can you do? All right, I'm not going to get into that. Sofiane Jeffal with number 22. Charlie Asensio, 26. And Alfonso Ocampo, the youngin from Seattle. Y'all remember him, number 28. Now, I got to get y'all's opinion, boys. Bali, starting off with you. What number change shocked you the most, or maybe not shocked you, but which one did you like the most, I guess you can say? Go ahead, Bali.
You already know what I'm gonna say. Drusi Dior, number 10. He was inspired by Messi in the World Cup, and he said, what? When I come back, I want that number. And that one was it's a nice. And also Rigoni, number 7 now. Boch had it first, and Drusi, and now Rigoni. So he has some big shoes to fill too, Rigoni. I want to see you actually represent that number 7 and go off just like Drusi did last year. So, and also this artist one was kind of surprising me too, number 9. But man, I think my favorite one was definitely Drusi Dior, number 10. Man, I mean, he deserves it, man. He is our number 10. That's him. He is our number 10.
Hey, conspiracy theory. You ready? Austin FC made Drusi change numbers 3 times in order to sell a lot of jerseys. Think about it, bro. He was number 25. He was number 7, and now he's 10? I mean, I know that they're prestigious numbers to go from 25 to 7 to 10, and other players had 7, like Boch and Ceci had 10, and Juicy couldn't get it. That's why he went to number 25. But think about it. They love to sell jerseys, right? Could Juicy be changing kits, on the regular kit numbers in order to sell jerseys to pump up those numbers? I don't know. Let us know and let us know in the comments below. Could be. I don't know. Could be onto something right there. But the reason why I do bring that up because when this new jersey comes out with his number, I think it's gonna break records in the MLS. Austin FC fans are gonna go crazy buying this jersey. We'll see. I wonder what the record is. I think Bell is the one with the record of most sales in the MLS jersey, but hopefully we can make a splash with the new home kit that's gonna come out soon, rumored in February, I think, or maybe late January. But the new number 10 jersey is gonna get a lot of people's pockets. I want to give a shout out to Kip Keller, number 4, switching up to number 4. That's massive. I mean, that's an incredible responsibility for the kid. Sergio Ramos, number 4, some important center backs in soccer history. That number 4 is prestigious in that center back position. Hopefully, this means that he's going to get more involvement, more minutes. We'll see what happens with Mr. Kip Keller. But Primo, what was your reaction to the kit number changes? Anything that popped out for you?
I mean, definitely probably the one you mentioned, the Kip Keller one. I think that's pretty interesting. Hopefully it gives a boost to his confidence also, and he's able to make that number proud. The number 4 is an important number as a center back. So, and then it's also interesting that Leo didn't take it. I was kind of expecting Leo to get the 4, but it's we'll see if Kip Keller gets more minutes. And then also the Drusi Dior one, the number 10. I don't think there's ever been, or there's probably just a few players that have had both number 7 and the number 10, bro. That's crazy. And that's an interesting theory about the whole selling jersey thing. That's crazy. But no, that number 10 Drusi on the new jersey, bro, is gonna look crazy. That's gonna look crazy.
Not only is it gonna look crazy, it's gonna look straight crazy, mate. All right, and you know that I'm gonna get the kid. I'm gonna send the new kid to our graphic designer here, Mr. Gold Designs. He made this one, and he's made a lot of the new graphics that we've been posting. I gotta send him one of the new kits. I'm gonna try to get it signed by some of the players, but he definitely earned that jersey. I mean, he's been dropping some nice graphics for us with the Racing TV logo and all that. But anything else on the numbers that we can add? I mean, nothing really much to note. We've all seen it. Drusi changed it. Rigoni changed it. But Kip Keller, like I said earlier, Kip Keller was the one that shocked me because number 4 is not just a number, bro. It comes with a responsibility, mate. And if you're just playing around with number 4, not good in my books, mate. That number is sacred to me, bro. You know that. That number is sacred to me, bro. It's sacred to me, bro. Okay? So we're gonna move on there. The other topic that we're going to discuss here in the Top Flight Podcast, the Austin FC segment, is the Rodney Redes situation, y'all. Now, why do I bring this up again? Because I think this is the end of the saga. I think it ends here. He's been in a lot of the photos that we've been seeing for Austin FC. He's been laughing. He's been looking like he's had a great time. I mean, how could he not be having a great time? He's collecting checks, doesn't really have to work for it. He's having a blast here in Austin, man. I mean, he's not looking forward to going back to Paraguay anytime soon. But there was rumors, there was quotes by his agent. He was going on the radio saying that, there was interest in Redes going to Olimpia. He came out also saying that he and Redes had agreed to see him in another team, that they were looking for a quote unquote solution for Rodney Redes. But yesterday, his agent comes out, or 2 days ago, his agent comes out and he says that they never offered Redes to Olimpia, that they never offered Ceci, that there was never any contact there. There was never any agreement, any talks. And he's pretty much calling everybody liars at this point. Now, Diego Serrati is a guy that you're not going to take his word for a lot of things. He said some lucrative things in the past. I mean, when the whole Ceci situation was going on, he said that this was just a big mistake and everything was going to be swooped, it was going to be cleared up. That exactly did not happen. He said that Ceci was training. Ceci looked like he was not training at all. He came back a little heavy too. Maybe Ceci was just a thick boy. Maybe right. But Diego Serrati, a guy that you really can't not trust. And now he's saying that there was no agreement, no nothing. I mean, this guy, I mean, he's just going back and forth on his lies. Bali, I got to bring you in, mate. What's your thoughts on everything going on? I got some quotes here ready, but give us your take first.
I mean, I'm not happy. Not happy. I don't want this guy here, and I'll stand on it. I do not want this guy here. And then I hope CJ benches him. I hope CJ takes the spot. Because the kid looks hungry. And if he does stay, if Redes does stay, I'll see you in Austin FC too, buddy, and work yourself up because you don't deserve to be on the first team. You do not deserve to be in the first team. And also, we got to do something about taking his number away and giving it to somebody else. Also, I feel like he should go and maybe get maybe take
A bit harsh. A bit harsh. A
maybe
bit
take
harsh.
maybe
That would
take
just ruin his confidence.
No, I don't care. I don't care about his confidence. I don't care. I don't care about it. I don't care. Like I told you, I don't want him here, and I stand on it. And hopefully, they find a solution, and he leaves. But if he does stay, um, put him in an Austin FC team, Austin FC two team. I do not want to see this kid in the first team. I do not. I'm sorry. I just don't want to see it.
Well, Bali, I know a lot of fans out there are going to agree with you. They're frustrated with this player's output. Seems like he has not earned his money, quote unquote, earned his money. He hasn't shown his worth at all for the club. I mean, at some point in his career in Paraguay, he was dubbed as the Paraguayan Mbappe. I know that that's hard to believe, but he was fast. He was laser fast on that down that side, and I mean, something must have impressed Josh Wolf and Claudio Reina and whatever scout was out there because he got signed as a first historic player to a franchise expansion club, whatever you want to call it. I mean, somebody saw something in this guy, but the fact that it just hasn't worked out here in Austin is just unfortunate first, but now it's just sad and it's getting annoying and it's turned into a meme. I mean, this guy is not producing anything for the club. He's just on our wage books and it's just not ending the way that any of us expected or any of us wanted to. I mean, you want to back a player, you want to show him support, but when they're not doing really anything on the field, it's tough. It's tough. And I get a lot of the fans out there that are frustrated with Mr. Rodney Redes. But believe it or not, there's still people out there that are backing this guy, defending him, saying that this season is going to be the Rodney Redes breakout season. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. But I got some quotes here. This is a tweet from Versus Paraguay. They're a big account on Paraguay Twitter, I guess you can say. It reads, the representative of Rodney Redes and Cecilio Dominguez clarified that neither was offered to Olimpia and that neither was contacted from the club to ask about the players after both have been mentioned as probable reinforcements. That was translated, so sorry if it was a bit wishy-washy. The next quote that I have here, this is from the agent himself on the Versus Radio, Diego Serrati, a quote from him. He says, nunca le ofrecimos a Rodney Redes ni Cecilio Domínguez, tampoco nadie del club nos hablaron por ellos. That's Diego Serrati on Versus Radio. I don't know, man. I mean, this guy's going back on a lot. I even brought up some tweets. We're on TV, December 23, 2022. Redes to Olimpia? Question mark. Coach Julio Cesar Cáceres, the coach of Olimpia. There was an approach to the club about Redes. We must take care of what we have and then see what we can bring. Rodney was offered to the club, but we want to focus on the positions we need. So that's a quote right there saying that there was an offer where he was offered to the club and there was somewhat of talks. Now this guy's coming back saying that it's all a lie, and I'm just calling BS on this agent. But we know this already. Don't trust Diego Serrati. It is what it is. Primo, what's your take on all this?
Yeah, man, I think there is just too much information out there for it not to be true and for it to all just be BS. I think maybe just the deal probably fell through or something. Wasn't it the last thing that I was reading that I heard was that they're trying to come to an agreement on the wages, I believe. I think they wanted Austin to pay most of the wages, and I don't know, Austin probably just was like, no, they're probably just trying to get rid of this guy, or probably just get a good deal, and so maybe that's why it fell through. Who knows? But I think, yeah, there's just way too much info out there for it not to be true. And hopefully, this was our first signing. I don't know, who knows, but it doesn't look good for him. Hopefully he's able to find himself. Hopefully, but if not, yeah, I mean, I get why Austin would want to try to get rid of him.
100%. I mean, we just got to get this guy out the club as soon as possible. For us to sell him, I guess, to somebody other than any sucker in Paraguay, he has to produce on the field. He has to get a goal, some assist or whatever. But we got to get somebody out there, just like they conned us. We're gonna have to con somebody else with this guy, Rodney Reyes. I mean, if we have to pay 60% of his wages, which is what the rumor was, which is what they didn't want to pay more than 40%, we're gonna have to see what we can do. I mean, you have to think that Redes and his agent talk about this, and they say, "Yo, I'm not playing. I want to play. I want to play." Or they could have the conversation like, "Hey, you're not playing, but you're still getting paid, right? Things could be worse. You could be in Paraguay not getting paid, right?" So it's really all it really all comes down to the mentality of the player, and it seems like we already made a verdict on that. Bali, anything else you want to add on the Rodney Redes situation? Looks like he's staying, mate. Number 11,
Yeah, man.
rompe Redes.
Yeah, and also people, I did see somebody did mention me and said that I'm being a little harsh on this. Sorry, man. I'm gonna tell you the truth, and the reality is I don't want him here. And that's why Austin FC2 is such a good and great thing for us because you don't perform, you go to Austin FC2 and bring somebody from that team up that deserves it. And you see that guy CJ Godfrey. I'm telling you right now, that kid is going to bench him. He looks hungry. He looks ready, and I'm excited for him. I can't wait to see him in the first team.
CJ Fodry, mate.
Oh, Fodry.
That
Sorry.
Godfrey. I think that's like a football player's last name, bro. Good stuff though. CJ Fodry though. My G CJ Fodry. But you're right, Bali. I couldn't agree with you more on that. Guys like CJ Fodry looks like they're gonna come in with a shift. I mean, this kid, he's young. He's 18, 19, somewhere like that. But he's big. We've seen him in the Austin FC video hype promos and the photos as well. And next to some players that we're used to seeing, he looks like a big kid. He looks like a really, you know, Cristiano build kind of guy. So it's gonna be very interesting to see if he can bully Rodney Redes out of that position. And it'll be so sad, bro. So sad if we see Rodney Redes drop down to the Austin FC2. I mean, that's a big problem. It's gonna be an expensive problem at that. And hopefully we can get him off of our books as soon as possible. Let's see. Anything else we can touch up on the Austin FC segment, boys? Anything, Bali, Primo? You have anything else you want to add, mate? I think that might be it, right?
Excited, bro. Excited for the season to start, man. I cannot wait to play St. Louis at home. First game of the season. I'm excited. I've been checking on SeatGeek. Tickets are over $100. So, sheesh. So it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a packed house like it's always been. So I'm happy. I'm excited, bro. I'm also excited to see who else is coming in. Hopefully we see some more green smoke.
Hopefully. Hopefully we will, mate. Wow, I didn't know tickets were already that much expensive for the home opener because I gotta get somebody a ticket. Wow. But it's okay. We're gonna find it. We're gonna see what we can do. I got season passes myself, season tickets, but we gotta get some more people in there, jam pack that stadium because we gotta show the new expansion team how it is properly done here in Austin, Texas. Primo, is there anything that you want to add to the Austin FC segment, mate?
Uh, I mean, just excited for this coming season. New home openers are always just crazy. They're always a party, and so excited for that. I'm excited for this new kit. I'm excited to see when it drops and what it's gonna look like. Um, so yeah, a lot of new and good stuff coming soon. So really excited for all that.
Definitely, definitely. Now, a bit of a short segment today. We had to talk about as much as we could for the Austin FC side of things. Next episode, we're gonna touch up on, squad depth. Well, who are gonna be our starters for Austin FC? We're gonna get closer to preseason matches. All that is coming up. So make sure to tell your friends, tell your coworkers, anybody about this podcast, Top Flight. We get into Austin FC and the best of European football, which is exactly what we're gonna get into next, mate. So hop on to the Top Flight jet. Primo's going to be the pilot. Bali in here with me as well. Everybody come on in here. We're going to go over the Atlantic. Now, usually we will start in London, right? In the EPL, somewhere in that area. But we got to start off with the Spanish Super Cup. Probably the biggest thing that went on today. Real Madrid gets slapped. Absolutely slapped 3-1 in the Clásico by their bitter rivals, Barcelona, Los Culers. Now, Bali over there pretending to be a Barcelona fan. I don't know if he really is a Barcelona fan. It's really annoying, but Bali, give us your take before I get into the stats. What was going through your mind when you saw the absolute run over that happened today in, what was it, Saudi Arabia? Go ahead, Bali.
What did I see? I saw a murder. I saw a homicide. That's what I saw. I saw a man against boys. That's what I saw. You know, and así pierde el Madrid. Así pierde, and it was kind of sad to see Madrid play like that. I've never seen them play like that. I think that you were at the top of the world last season, and now I don't even think you can beat Tottenham. Honestly, I don't even think I think I put you on that same level now. I see Real Madrid and I see Tottenham. I'm sorry, H, but I know it hurts you, but it's just it's the truth, man. And it was a great game by Barcelona. You know, Gavi, Pedri. Oh my God, I mean those. Man, I mean, those kids are talented. Lewa doing his thing. Lewa, everybody in the Barcelona team look great, and I see a lot of similarities with Mikel Arteta and Xavi. You know, both young coaches. You know, you can see the game style. You know, you can see how they're trying to play, and man, I think this season, it's Barcelona's season, bro. I think they'll win La Liga, and I'm excited, bro. I'm excited for them. I'm happy for Barca.
You really touched up on something that struck me, Bali, and you said that last season we were on top of the world, and it's true. I mean, we were flying sky high last season, and it's crazy because the performance that was seen today was absolutely unacceptable. Absolutely unacceptable. I mean, we cannot play like that in a final against our rivals. I mean, we were kicking the ball around like if we were playing in the park. Like if we were playing against Cadiz, like if that was Eche, like if it was Villarreal, like if it was Valladolid. I mean, I can just keep on naming these teams. It was an absolute embarrassment. I mean, do we need to remind these kids, these grown men, these millionaires that they're playing against their bitter rivals? I mean, do we have to remind them what's at stake in these tournaments? It was absolutely embarrassing to watch it. I bet it was embarrassing to be a part of it. The players themselves must be absolutely embarrassed, or they might not even care. I think that they do care though. But Bali, you also mentioned Gavi and Pedri, and I think that's what it comes down to. It. I mean, two young Spanish players, young talented players. We just had a recent chaos of, a bit of a disaster recently where Real Madrid fielded a team with no Spanish players for the first time ever. And I think that's a bit of identity lost by the club. Why do I mention that? Why do I say identity loss? I mean, also today it seemed like Real Madrid was playing with no identity. And I go back as to bringing up the fact that Sergio Ramos was a big part of that identity, that Real Madrid DNA. A Spanish player has to be pushing this team one way or another. And today in Real Madrid, we do not have that. We have some of the best young, talented players in the world. Camavinga, Chouameni, he's injured. We have Vini, we have Rodrigo. But if Real Madrid doesn't have the best Spanish players, at least one or two, I mean, it's not the Real Madrid identity. It's not the team that I know. And why do I bring all this up? Some people might think that I'm just rambling, but what I saw today on screen was not the team that I know. They're not the Real Madrid. The identity is gone. The identity is not there. And I mean, I don't know what we have to do to get back on there. We have to do a bit of a maybe a bit of a 180 in the direction that we're going, because like Bali said, can we even beat Tottenham? That's a really good question, bro. That's a really good question. Can Real Madrid beat Tottenham? And that's sad to even ask. Primo, please help me out here. What went on today, Real Madrid against Barcelona? That was my take, my uh, emotional ramble. I'm gonna come up with the facts here after, but come on, Primo, what was your thoughts on what went on today?
I think I just, it probably just came down to who wanted it the most. I mean, Barcelona really came out swinging, and they just controlled that midfield, man. Those young guys, Pedri, Gabi, are really good players. You'll be crazy to say that they're not. But good for Barca to having, like you said, that Spaniard, that identity. Those two kids really bring it. And Madrid, I think, we just, I don't know what happened today, man. It looked like we just didn't want to play. We didn't want to be out there. There was nothing. I don't even think we had a shot in the first half. So, it was an unexpected result, I guess. And for me, I thought, Real Madrid was going to play a lot better than what they did. But I think this is just a hiccup. This is just, a small, yeah, we lost this game, and we're just gonna keep it pushing. We got a lot more to play for. We got Champions League, which we're able to make it, and so La Liga, we're still up there with Barca. So there's still time. This is just one game. It's it sucks that it was a final, but we'll move on, man.
Okay,
Wait,
Bali.
hold on. You
You had
said
an
a hic.
interesting reaction.
What?
You said a hiccup. This wasn't a hiccup. This was your reality. Okay, this was your reality. And look, let me cause I have a lot of Madrid fans and a lot of Madrid friends. Let's help you out. Let's help you out. First of all, go get yourself another left back because Mendy was getting destroyed by Dembele. Why is Carvajal still there? Go get yourself another right back because Carvajal is old. Modric, he's getting old. He's on his way out. Kroos on his way out. Look, there's a guy in the German league called Jude Bellingham. Go get him. Go improve your squad. You're willing to spend over 180 on or over 160 on Mbappe not too long ago. So you have money. You have money to spend. Go spend it. Go improve the squad. That's just my advice to the Madrid fans.
I mean, you're not wrong. Jude Bellingham is a player that definitely Real Madrid is going to be having their eyes on in the next window that opens up because Carlo confirmed that there's no more signings coming in. So Jude Bellingham for sure is going to be a player that Real Madrid is going to be keen on signing, and we're going to need more than that. Like you said, about the right back position, the left back position. There's spots that now need filling. I mean, Lucas Vasquez was helping out at the right back position for a long time. He's not even a right back. I mean, I don't know if this guy was ever even good enough to be playing for Real Madrid, but somehow he was just getting minutes and minutes and minutes. Zidane loved Lucas Vasquez, and he was also iconic for that penalty that he took in the Champions League final versus Atleti that one time. But I got some stats here for the Real Madrid-Barca game and said Madrid only had one shot in the whole first half. The last time Madrid failed to register 0 shots on target was 37 Clásicos ago. That was under Mourinho, and it was 12 years ago. Barcelona now have 15 Super Cups de España and left Madrid with only 13. Camavinga, despite only having 25 appearances with 10 starts, he's only completed the full 90 twice. Was he worth the money? That's really interesting right there. Modric completed 27 of 29 passes, only 5 were in the final third, and he has 0 created chances. Didn't recover the ball not once. Going to Bali's point that he's getting old and he's on his way out. Another thing we note is that first defeat in 6 games in Saudi for Real Madrid. So they've had a good record out there. Today was not the case, though. I'm sure that I think Ronaldo was in the audience, if I'm not mistaken. He was taking pictures with them and stuff. So maybe Ronaldo's the curse, like speed is the curse for him. I don't know. We'll see there. Total shots, Barcelona 11, Real Madrid 12. Big chances, 5 for Barca, 1 for Madrid. 6 shots for Barca, 6 for Madrid. Passes, 500 for Barca, 400 for Madrid. And ground duels, 39 for Barca, 26 for Madrid. So Barca really just took control of this game, bro. I mean, it was really no contest from the beginning. Anything else we want to add on the Super Cup final, Bali? Anything else you want to add, mate?
I mean, and also, Hernan and Primo, why is Ceballos still on your team? I mean, this guy was on loan at Arsenal. He wasn't even good enough to be in Arsenal. Is he good enough to be in Madrid? I don't think so. Why is Asensio still in your team? Why is this guy Mariano just chilling, collecting wages? Why? I mean, you have to ask questions now. I mean, y'all are the Madrid fans. I mean, what is going on with your club right now? These players are not good enough to be in Madrid. If they're not good enough to be in Arsenal, why are they even in Madrid? Let's
I
be
agree
real.
with you. I agree with you. I agree with you 100%. I mean, what do you want me to do? Come on here and defend Ceballos, defend Asensio, Mariano? I can't. I mean, when I was watching the game, I saw Ancelotti tell Ceballos to warm up, get his cleats ready to come onto the field. I mean, I was like, bro, what are we bringing off on the bench? I remember whenever we were bringing on James Rodriguez, Morata whenever he was balling. At one point we had Chicharito coming off the bench, guys that you knew brought goals. We're bringing on Ceballos now. Ceballos, that's what we've been reduced to, mate. And it's just sad. Agree with you 100%, Bali. Let's see, Primo, if you want to add anything onto the game right now is the time. Go ahead, Primo.
No, bro. I mean, nothing much. Like I said, this is just a small little hiccup. We'll see. We'll recover from this, and I think I have faith in this team. Yes, there is holes to be filled in, but it's even if we tried now, I think it's just too late. So we might as well just wait for the next window. Yeah, there's some players that need to be offloaded, but as far as the financial situation, I think Madrid is okay with that, and so we can keep these guys for another 6 months and it'll be okay. I think our team just needs to find themselves again. We're gonna find ourselves, and I know this team is great. This team, is able to play good, and so um, maybe it's just an off day. Maybe I don't know. It was a bad day for Real Madrid, but I don't think there's gonna be a trend from here on out. I don't think there's gonna be a trend of bad games. Yes, maybe here and there, but overall, I think we're gonna be doing pretty good this season. So.
Well, one more thing that I do want to add on to the game is I want to send a shout out to all my Peña brothers out there. Hang in there, hang in there. We will be back. Shout out to Alvaro, Lalo, everybody in the Peña, everybody out there. Hang in there, hang in there. Things will get better. Bali.
Hang in there.
Go.
Hang in there. Take a shot with me.
Don't be rude, mate. Don't be rude. Hey,
I got that Peña vodka on deck. Let me know whoever wants a shot. We're taking shots.
Peña Vodka on a double cup Pete Terry's.
Ooh.
Double cup Pete
Ooh.
Terry's on a Sunday night.
And then my boy Vanilla Mexican, he got that Real Madrid Kush waiting. Hey, send it over here, Vanilla. I want some of that. I need to take
Vanilla,
a hit, baby.
that was over the top, Vanilla. That was over the top. That was over the top, Vanilla. You hurt me on that one. You hurt me. You hurt me on that one. One more thing that I do want to talk about, maybe we could spend the next 5 minutes talking on this, is the North London Derby. Bali, we do got to mention it real quick. Arsenal beating the lights out of Spurs and really solidifying their spot in first place. I mean, DJ Khaled, it breaks my heart. It really breaks my heart. What are your thoughts on everything going on in the Arsenal universe, Bali?
Nobody believed in us. Nobody believed in us, but guess what? We did. We believed it. We believed. You know what I'm saying? We believed. So yeah, let's talk about the best team right now playing football in the world. In the world, let's just say it, in the world. The Arsenal. I'm very, very happy right now, Hernan. You know me. Good times coming right now, top of the league. 8 points clear. But let's be humble. Let's be humble. And we should all be humble because it's a long season. We got a long way to go. But man, right now we are playing some great stuff. Martin Odegaard. I mean, Martin Odegaard. Where did he come from? Do you remember where he came from? Odegaard, where did he come from? I don't remember. That's because I'm like my memory.
He came from Norway. He came from Norway.
Oh yeah. Oh no, but what club did he come? What club did he play before us? You don't know?
He plays for Real Madrid, mate.
Atletico. Real Madrid. Oh, Real Madrid. Okay. Oh man, it's
yeah. Have your fun, mate.
It's great times. Martin Odegaard right now. He is labeled as one of the best midfielders in the EPL right now. He's competing. He's playing great. He is our captain. He's our captain. He's been playing amazing for us. We have a young center back like Saliba. He's been playing unbelievable. We have Bukayo Saka, who you might want,
Sakita.
who you might want. I know Madrid might want Saka.
A good 45 mil for Saka.
Nah,
45 mil is perfect for him.
We want 350 million. 350 million for Saka. And we also have Martinelli. Martinelli, you have Rodrigo over there. I mean, no offense, that kid. I mean, I don't even want to say because I don't want to hurt people's feelings, but Martinelli is way better than Rodrigo. I mean, that's just a fact. There's nothing else to say about that. So I mean, we have a great squad, and our number 9, Gabriel de Jesus.
Isn't he injured?
He's injured. He's injured, and everybody was talking. Oh, he's injured. Arsenal's done. But what? Who comes in? Ede, Nketiah, Ede. He's came in and he's been playing amazing stuff. And then some Chelsea fan DM me talking like, we got Mudryk. Go ahead, bro. Go ahead and spend 108 million on that. A guy who's been playing
8 years. 8-year contract, man.
8 years. You basically put him in jail for 8 years. That's what happened. That's kind of messed up. That's kind of messed up. So I really don't understand Chelsea's game plan. You don't want to spend 115 for Enzo, but you go spend 108 on this kid. But it is what it is, man. We're not worried about anybody. All we're worried about is ourselves, and we want to win the league. We want to win the league, and I want people to show respect to Mikel. Start showing respect to my manager, my coach, because right now he is one of the best managers in the world right now. And there's going to be clubs knocking.
He's up there. He's up there. He's up
No,
there.
no, no. The best. He's one, if not the best. If not, him and Pep are up there. Him and Pep are up there. We
Yeah,
won't be
yeah.
surprised if you do end up sacking Ancelotti and coming knocking and wanting Mikel. I mean, imagine Mikel in Real Madrid. I mean,
I'll take
imagine.
Mikel. I'll take
Yeah, I
Mikel.
know. I
I'll
know you'll
take
take him.
Mikel.
I know you'll take him. I know you'll
I'll
take
take
him.
Mikel.
And
I'll
you'll
take
take
him.
Saga, Martinelli, Partey. You take almost all our squad. You'll take all
Yeah,
of them.
well, yeah, easy. Gut that team. We'll gut that team. We got
But
money. We got money.
yeah,
We got
you have money. Yeah,
money.
money. You have money. Okay, you
We
have
got
money.
money.
It's cool.
We
It's
got
cool.
money.
But I'm
Uh,
happy. I'm excited, man.
Real quick, Bali, you also, I want to ask you about Ramsdale. He had 7 shots on him, and all 7 were saved. One of them was a one-on-one versus Sessegnon, if I say that right. Thoughts on Ramsdale, bro? Because you guys had Leno, got rid of Leno, right? You also had Emi Martinez, sold Emi Martinez, right? And you end up with this keeper, Ramsdale, who the club took a chance on, bro. Be real. What are your thoughts on him?
Yeah, Ramsdale. Let me tell you something. Ramsdale was under 30 million. I believe his fee was around 20 something million for him. But he played in Sheffield United. In the second division. And we took a chance with him but we knew what we had. We knew that he was a great goalkeeper. And I'm so happy, so proud of him. The work that he's been doing now. He's playing in the national team. He went to the World Cup. He had that experience. Him and Saka were over there together, and just an amazing goalkeeper. It's kind of sad after the game that a Tottenham fan kicked him. Did you see that? That embarrassing stuff by Tottenham.
I
Embarrassing.
saw that. I saw that. The FA needs to protect their players, bro. That's
Yeah,
absolutely embarrassing.
yeah. That Tottenham officially dropped a statement, and they will be investigating and hopefully there's charges. I want to see that kid in jail. I want to see them in
Bro,
jail.
bro, did you also see the Everton fan talking to Yeri Mina in
Oh
like a
yeah,
parking lot after the game? He was like, "If we go down, will you stay? Will you stay?" And he didn't get like a good solid answer out of him, bro. I mean, football, bro, it's crazy how emotional football gets people, bro. Like when I saw that fan, bro, I mean, you don't know what these fans have to live through or what they experience or the history that goes on into these clubs. I mean, these are institutions that go back years, bro. Years. So this could be a generational fan. I mean, this guy's grandpa could be a Everton fan, and this team is everything to him. I mean, he's out there in the parking lot arguing with Yeti Mina. I mean, what was your thoughts on that? Go ahead,
it's
Bali.
crazy. And I've been telling you and B's over here telling me, nah. Sack Frank. You have to sack Frank. You have to sack.
Sack him. Sack him.
Sack. Sometimes you just have to pull the trigger, bro. You have to pull the trigger. Pull the trigger on Frank Lampard. Wolves, you look Wolves. Wolves, they pulled the trigger. They brought in Lopetegui. Look, they're not a relegation anymore. They moved up. They've won a couple games now. Steven Gerrard, he was in the mud. He had Villa almost being relegated, sacked. Bring in Unai Emery and look at them now. They're up the table now. So you have to pull the trigger on these coaches. I think that Frank Lampard needs to be sacked and David Moyes because
Whoa.
West Ham and Everton do not deserve to be down there fighting for relegation, bro. These teams have spent money, they have good
Yeah.
players, and they
Yeah.
shouldn't be fighting for relegation. They should be at the top, at least between 10th and 6th or something, fighting. It's sad. It's sad out there right now.
What about Stevie Cooper? I mean, they beat Leicester. Now they're what in 13th, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I
Yeah.
mean, not shout out to Mark Turner. His team looks to be free, bro. They look to be safe. They're out that zone, bro. 13th. I mean, they must be happy, and they stuck with their coach, Steve
Yeah.
Cooper. He also spent a
They-
lot of money. He spent a lot of money, bro. They signed what, like
Yeah.
23, 22 players.
Yeah,
Insane.
and they have also signed another a midfielder from Palmeiras. They signed another Brazilian midfielder. So they keep
Ugh,
signing. They keep
that's
signing,
tough.
but hopefully, I like Forest, especially because of my G
Mark Tana.
my G Mark Tana. So I want them to stay up, but I want Everton to get relegated. I want Frank Lampard to,
That's messed
uh,
up, bro.
I want him to get relegated, and West Ham, Paqueta, all those dance moves, you're not dancing like that no more, buddy. Relegation form right now. So, man, I mean, you remember that prediction we did in the beginning of the season? We said who was going to be relegated.
Yeah.
I
I
said
think we
Fulham.
mentioned like Southampton also. We had mentioned Fulham. I remember
Southampton,
Fulham. Yeah.
Southampton, Southampton is in relegation right now.
Yeah.
But we said Fulham. I said Fulham. Fulham's flying right now. Fulham is sixth,
Yeah.
ahead of Liverpool and Chelsea.
Could have
Chelsea.
tied. Could have tied today, bro. Could have tied versus Newcastle, but Mitrovic penalty, it hit both of his legs as
Oh
it
yeah, I
went
saw
into
that.
the goal, so they had to not count that. But one more thing that I do want to touch up on before we end the podcast, Bali, right now that we're in the topic of the EPL is Man United. I mean, we gotta give them credit. I mean, they've completely turned it around. Eric Ten Hag, we gave him a lot of slack. We gave him a lot of hate, a lot of heat on this podcast whenever he was appointed to Man United, but he seems to have taken control of this locker room. He got rid of Cristiano, who had a lot of drama with him come along, and definitely a lot of Ronaldo fans gave Man United hate, gave Eric Ten Hag unnecessary hate because he got rid of Ronaldo. But ever since he's been gone, they haven't lost a game. I mean, go ahead, Bolly. What's your take on Man United, bro, and Eric Ten Hag, really, real quick?
And you can't deny it. They are playing some good stuff. They're playing very, very well. Trashford. I can't call him Trashford anymore. Because the kid is flying. The kid is playing well. I can't. I can still call Casemiro because we know why he went to United because of money. You can't lie that Casemiro. But man, United are flying right now, and shout out to Eric Ten Hag. He's doing some great stuff out there. Hopefully the board back him because we know he wanted Gakpo, and Gakpo ended up going to Liverpool, so that sucked. But he's doing some great stuff. I still don't agree with the stuff that he did with Cristiano. To me that's some snaky stuff, and I would never back the guy if I was a United fan, I would want him out. But he's doing some great stuff, and I'm happy for United because they've been in the mud for a while, and now they're doing better, and they beat City, which is good for us.
Yeah, incredible, incredible for Arsenal. Man United getting the job done against City, bro. Absolutely incredible. Also important to note that United are the only team to be remaining in England to be competing in all four competitions, bro. The Prem, EFL Cup, the FA Cup, and Europa. That's really interesting. Another thing that we note on for the United is Rashford. Rashford is in form for them. He's looking to be playing his best football. Eric Ten Hag really got him back to his best form, like we mentioned. And it's going to be really fun to see where this Man United team ends. I mean, they've had a very small time with this new coach, Eric Ten Hag, but things seem to be going in the right direction for Man United. Shout out to Eric, the Top Flight Podcast topic contributor. He's a big United fan, and we had to talk about his team because they're actually moving in the right direction. I gave him hate earlier this season. I gave him slack. I called him Eric Ten Hag, just like Bonnie did. I called him a fraud. I called him a substitute teacher, which he does kind of look like a sub. But hey, Eric Ten Hag is getting the job done. Now, Primo, is there anything you want to add on what was mentioned in the EPL? Maybe Man United take there? Go ahead, maybe before we end the pod.
I mean, just good for them, good for Man United. Staying in form and winning all these important games. And I think the EPL is just such an entertaining league. So many good games go on every weekend, and so many all of these it's crazy. One team loses and it affects like two other teams, and
Yeah.
the regulation battle that's going on right now. So a lot of good stuff going on in the EPL. But yeah, it was good to see United win. I think they needed it.
100% they needed it. Now, it's just some quick little stats before we end the pod for the Man United fans out there. It says 1959 was the last time a United player, Dennis Viollet, scored 9 straight home game goals, and now it's done again by Marcus Rashford. Rashford, first player to score in 7 consecutive appearances since CR7 in 2008. Also, Garnacho, youngest player to assist in a Manchester derby. And this is 10 consecutive wins at Old Trafford for Man United, bro. I'm telling you, they're turning it around. Shout out to Eric Ten Hag. Shout out to Ed Woodward for stepping down. Shout out to the Glazers for finally deciding to sell this club. But you know what? Shout out to Ronaldo, bro, for saving this whole franchise, this whole organization, this whole team, everything, bro. If it wasn't for Chris, bro, none of this would have been happening for Man United. So Man United fans, hate him or not, you owe everything to Cristiano. And that's where we're going to end the Top Flight Podcast episode 75. Y'all, thank you for joining us. We'll be back next week with my GB back into the studio, hopefully, where we'll discuss Austin FC, their depth, and who we think is going to start. And we'll have more stuff to talk about as well. I'm sure more news is going to come out. Bali still sipping on the Real Madrid fan tears in his P. Terry's cup, sipping on the Real Madrid vodka, as he said. And Primo is chilling at the at the Q2 Stadium. Look at this beautiful backdrop there. I'm your host, Hernan. Episode 75 for the Top Flight Podcast will be out soon. Have a good night, everybody. Stay safe. See you next time.